Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm terrible with lighting. Gosh, I think the more I try, the worse it gets. Okay, well, surprise, surprise, it's raining out here again. All right, before I get going, just a couple quick announcements. The first one is we have Greene County bio-stimulant packs and Greene County seed starter packs. Those are both 4-gallon packs. Those are on sale for $10 off all the way through Labor Day. This is probably the last discount we'll do of the season, so go ahead and stock up if those 2 packs work for you. Also, I had announced last week, for those of you with the app, that you're in cool season lawns, that we'd be having an option that would pop up that would say, hey, are you seeding or not? I actually jumped the gun on that one. I got ahead of my dev team on that one, so I'm really sorry. We're hoping that is gonna roll out now by this coming Monday. So developers are awesome. They work super hard. They're really gonna make this update even more than just that. They fixed quite a few bugs and you know, got some new things in there that a lot of you have requested. So thanks for your patience on that. And then thirdly, if you hang around towards the end of the video, I will show you some previews of 2 really awesome videos that I have coming up. One is an update of the Millennial Farmer Dad project. You guys remember that one? And then the second thing that I have to show you is going to be a Fargo, North Dakota aeration overseed with liquid aeration, no mechanical aeration. All that coming up over the next few weeks. So hit that bell and subscribe. All right, so this video is for those of you that have had a struggle this season. Maybe you started a little bit late and your lawn just never came along. Maybe the summer got you. Maybe crabgrass has taken over to a point where you're wondering if all is lost. I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a story here today that I think will offer you some encouragement. So about a week and a half ago, I got to go up to North Carolina to see my dad and mom. And I was really interested in hanging out with them, mainly because my dad has become a lawn care nut. Now, that to me is exciting because growing up, my dad was not really a lawn guy. He did all kinds of things. He could ride rope, hammer and paint, do things with his hands that most men can't, but the lawn was never his thing. And so it was really just something you cut, and then even when I got a little bit older, I got to cut it. He used to pay me $5. Yeah, Dad, you got away with paying me $5 to mow the lawn. But it was just never his thing. And so earlier this year, we were talking on the phone in the spring, and he said, hey, you know, I think I really want to make a run at the lawn this year. I think I really want to make a change. And I was like, this is awesome. So I put him through boot camp, because that's what I wrote boot camp for beginners, for somebody that's just starting out. And even though my dad is 78, he's still a beginner lawn care nut. And of course, my other hope was that going through that would give him confidence and also help him catch the bug and become, you know, excited about it and enjoy the challenge and all that kind of stuff. Now he sits on about 1.5 acres of what is literally a cow pasture. Nice horns. I like those. He's got things divided up on his property map, and he's keeping track of his apps. He has store-bought weed control that he's been spot spraying with here and there. Now he started his apps in the mid-spring. We were a little bit late, so we didn't do anything for crabgrass. I just figured, let's just get fertilizer down. Let's work on that. Let's green up what's there. Even if it's a lot of weeds, let's just work on it. And then Dad also ended up getting some grass seed. He got Kentucky 31. We don't need to go into that. Every time you mention Kentucky 31 on one of these channels, everybody shouts you down and says Kentucky 31 is garbage. But again, this is literally a cow pasture. We're not trying to make a perfect barefoot lawn here. What we're trying to do is just make some improvements, and Kentucky 31 is durable, it's cheap, it's available, which is the big thing. You just pick it up and throw it down. So pretty much all during the season, that's what he was doing, fertilizing and throwing down seed in areas here and there. He also did get to make an app of weed control, which he purchased at the store, and he found that it doesn't work quite as well as he wanted it to. Now, the other thing we had to get in line was the mowing, and I took care of that last Father's Day. I bought a time cutter for my dad, which has improved his ability to mow the lawn. He had a riding tractor before. This is much quicker, much more lean, much more nimble, gives a really good cut. So he's really been enjoying the mow there. And then secondly, I found out after he made a couple laps that he was actually using one of these Scotch Edge Guard spreaders for his lawn. And I thought, man, that's a lot, let me get you something a little better. So I was able to get him this upgrade.
He's got a battery disconnect on it. Mm-hmm. So when you're not using it, you're using up your battery, So
you don't have to keep a trickle charger on it or anything?
No, it's already done. And then of course he's got his forward, his park, and his reverse here. Mm-hmm. And then the motorcycle type throttle. So just turn the batteries on, put it in reverse, hit the thing, here we go. Mm-hmm. This is all stainless steel, it appears to be.
Yep.
So it doesn't rust, supposedly. But is it watertight? When you're done, can I take a garden hose, wash this all out, and not worry about the motor?
Yep, all good. He said all of it can get wet.
Okay. You want to look in there and see those batteries? Have you seen the batteries?
No.
There you are.
There it is.
I guess he just got this thing from bouncing.
Yeah, that's what it is. Lithium iron phosphate. That's the kind of battery it is, as opposed to lead acid.
Yeah.
Oh, look, you can see you're at 80% right now.
Well, that's good. And then here is what you hook to the charger.
Yeah. How you guys doing? I'm glad you're over on the other side of that fence over there, huh? Huh? Yeah, good to see you too. Nice horns. I like those.
Right here, then.
Yeah. There you go. Now you got it. That's why you do that trim pass.
Yeah.
Because you're just, as soon as you start clipping that nail, as soon as the fert starts hitting up here, you're fine. You can just turn it off. Now that powered spreader is pretty cool. What I really like about it is it's made by entrepreneurs that are located right here in Sarasota. They manufacture them right there in a little warehouse. They didn't sponsor this video. I actually paid for this. I bought this spreader for my dad. This was his Father's Day gift this year. But if you'd like to support an entrepreneur, if you're somebody that's interested in a spreader like this, it's mainly made for professionals, but there are maybe some of you DIYers that you have a little bit bigger lawn, and this might be something that works out in your favor, but they're definitely high quality. And again, I'll link them below. You guys can check them out. So throughout the year, my dad did make really good progress. You can see some photos here of where his lawn started and where it is now. But at the end of the day, let me tell you something. The lawn is about 93% weeds. A lot of crabgrass has grown in, other weeds. But the thing about it is, it looks great. In fact, it looks better than it's ever looked before. And that's the first thing I want to talk about here is, you know, my dad doesn't have Instagram and Facebook. He's not exposed to seeing everyone else's lawn that looks so perfect and comparing himself to it. He doesn't have that. All he knows is his lawn, and he's lived there for about 20 years now, and it's always looked not good in the summer. It's never looked as good as it does now. And so he understands that he's made progress, and that has been enough to drive him to the next level. So that's the first lesson to learn here is don't compare yourself to everyone else. Compare yourself to your own self year over year. The other thing about this is, and again, yes, it's a 93% weedy lawn. Some of the Kentucky 31 did grow in there, but it's still mostly weeds. The thing about it is it looks way better than it ever did, and my dad's gotten some compliments from people, and that's always important. I know it is, even for someone like my dad. So his paramedic partner actually came over. He's retired in the mountains up there too. He came over while I was there, and we sat around. I got to listen to them tell stories for a couple, 2-3 hours, which was really awesome. But while we were there, he also said to my dad, he said, Paul, your lawn has never looked this good in all the years that you lived there. Of course, my mom is also saying how good the lawn looks, and that right there is enough to keep my dad coming back and looking for that next level. By the way, you have to understand, it's also really cool for someone like me. You know, my dad has taught me everything, and here it is. Now finally I get to actually teach him something. That's also been really rewarding for me, is to be able to pass something along to him and to give him a new hobby and a new passion and a new challenge. That's been really important for me and been a real blessing for me to be able to take part in as well. But the other thing that my dad's really gotten out of this, even though his lawn is now 93% weeds, is he has gotten practical experience. He now knows how to throw down. He knows how to measure fert. He's got his lawn journal. He's keeping track of his applications. He knows what something does or what it doesn't, like with this store-bought weed control. So he's got experience with spreading and dreading and spraying and praying. So now when we go to make a plan for next season where we're gonna do some better things, even this fall, we're gonna do some different things. We're gonna change things up now that I've seen it. Now he's got experience and confidence to move forward and do some more things, and he will get better apps, better consistently, all of that. So that's part of this, is he learned his land and he learned his equipment and he learned how to make applications successfully. Now, if you wanna know the plan that I'm gonna give my dad for the rest of the year here, what you can do is subscribe to my free email newsletter. I'll link it below. I send out email tips every single week and they're free. I also send out all kind of free guides on how to do different things, free guides to grubs, free guides to soil testing, free guides to aeration, overseeing, all these things. I'll send all of that to you, but also in this week's email, if you subscribe, I will send out the plan that I'm developing for my dad for the rest of the fall here. I'll show you exactly what we're gonna do based on a lawn that's in the shape that it is, and also with the goals that he has. I'll send that out to you. Make sure you subscribe to that email, as well as you'll get my tips every single week. Now, as far as what I got coming back, I wanna give you a quick preview of 2 videos that I have coming up over the next couple of weeks. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Do me a favor and hit that like button. Hope that I've given you some encouragement to move forward wherever you are with your lawn. By the way, if you're somebody who has a great lawn, maybe share this video with your buddy who's been discouraged and maybe help them to get to that next level too. I'm Alan Hain, the Lawn Care Nut, and I'll see you in the lawn.